how molecules are formed. For that purpose, we discuss first theory, that is called as electronic theory of valence. And now we discuss some important merits of this theory, drawbacks of this theory, and now we are focusing on another theory as we discussed in previous lecture, that is about Hitler and London's theory, that is called as valence bond theory. So, in order to start out valence bond theory, I hope there is notebook and pen in front of you, because we have to carry out a lot of exercises in this concept. So first, we have to go through certain postulates. So we are now focusing. Postulate means what? We have to assume something, and on basis of that assumption, we are going to discuss this theory. So first thing, try to recollect Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity. As we discussed in electronic configuration part, and you are aware that Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity, we have unpaired electrons. Arrangement is made such that electrons are unpaired as possible. Now, what this valence bond theory says, first, when bonding is there is overlapping of orbitals of different molecules. Say, one molecule is in India and other is Pakistan, and we are saying there is bonding. It is not possible. Both molecules must be so close to each other that there must be overlapping of orbital. What is exactly overlapping we are discussing here? So this is first orbital and this is second orbital. This is called as overlap. Let us check. Suppose this atom is hydrogen, this atom is hydrogen, and we are calling molecule. Now electron will move here of this atom, and electron of this atom will move here. We'll get there is increase in electronic density in this region. Now see, this is electron, and this is its path, orbital path. So we are getting here orbital overlap. If orbital overlap is there, then only we are saying chemical bonding is there. So according to valence bond theory, the first and important postulate that there must be overlap of orbitals of combining atom. Number two, when overlap is there, electrons must be unpaired, and after overlap there is pairing up of electron. Check out. We are going for configuration of hydrogen. Now, in case of valence bond theory, don't tell me electronic configuration at KLM level. We have to discuss electronic configuration on SPDF level. So here, hydrogen, we require electronic configuration. This is 1s1. So practically speaking, 1s1 orbital, there is only one unpaired electron. This is 1s orbital of first hydrogen. For second hydrogen also this. When molecule is formed, there is pairing up of electrons. So this dotted line electron is shown by this hydrogen, whereas this electron is, this hydrogen is having this electron. So this is pairing up of electrons, then that is called as bonding. So it is really essential that the overlapping orbitals must have unpaired electrons, and then pairing up is taking place, then bonding is possible. The third postulate, that combining orbital must be of comparable energy. I am revising. The bonding orbitals must have comparable energy. What word he is using? That is comparable, not same energy word is used, but somewhat similar energy, that we are using as comparable energy. So then bonding is possible. The next postulate, we have to take care of orbitals, forces. Say we discuss here that in case of, suppose two atoms are there. This is nucleus, this is nucleus. There is repulsion between two nuclei. Why? Because nucleus is having positive charge. So repulsive force is there between two nuclei. they will repel each other. So this will not favor in bonding condition. Why? Because repulsion is there. Repulsion means there is increase in system energy. We are talking of that also afterwards. So they will try to repel each other. Whereas this nucleus is having affinity for its own electron. So whatever the electrons are there, they get attracted towards nucleus. At the same time, this nucleus is having affinity for other electron also. So electron nucleus attraction, either this is or this, both electron and nucleus attraction, that is attractive forces. In order to get bonding, the attractive forces must be there rather than repulsive forces. Now electron and electron, they are repulsive forces because their charge is negative. But at the same time there is attraction. Why there is attraction? Because of opposite spins, and that's why there is some sort of attraction also. Now here we are getting this type of different forces, resulting the electron should spend maximum time in between two nuclei. So electron density here will be less, here will be less, but here will be more. What is the result of that? This hydrogen nucleus will attract these electrons. So there is development of attractive force, whereas the repulsive force gets shielded out because of this electron pair. Shielded out means there is electron cloud coming in between, and so repulsive lines get shielded out, and that's why molecule formation is easier. So we have to take account of these forces also. Again, after formation of bond, and attractive forces are more and repulsive forces are less. I am not saying no repulsive force is there. Repulsive forces are less and attractive forces are more, and therefore we are getting minimization of system energy. I am not saying minimization of energy, system energy, that is consisting of combining atom. So that energy will decrease. The lower the energy, stability is more. Higher the energy, stability is less. So principally these important postulates we are discussing out. I have not discussed all postulates, but important postulates we discussed, and then we are focusing on how hydrogen molecule is formed on basis of this VBT. Let us check out. Suppose these two hydrogen atoms are there. Now you are familiar that it is having only one proton at center, one proton at center, whereas electron is moving over here. They are at such distance that there is no interaction between them. If graphically I have to show, now you must be familiar in graph reading also. You are aware that this side of graph is positive y-axis, whereas this side of y-axis is negative. This side of x-axis is negative, this side of x-axis is positive. We are not taking into consideration this negative side, so I am eliminating out this portion. On x-axis I am plotting out distance between two charges. We are indicating in terms of r. So we are focusing out on distance between two charges, two nuclei. So that is r. I am not saying distance between two atoms. What word we are using? Distance between two nuclei. They are r on x-axis. Whereas here we are giving potential energy of the system. So here it is r, that is distance between two nuclei, whereas here potential energy of the system. Now say they are away from each other, there is no interaction, so energy tends to 0. Now as they are approaching each other, they are in range. Okay, forget of this atom and molecule, just check out another example. There is a cat. That cat is walking on road. Now cat is having various senses, sense of smell, hearing, hearing, that ear is exactly focusing if you observe from sound. So cat is having sense of smell, hearing, as well as vision is also fantastic. That is walking on road. There is another dog which is distant. He may notice or may not notice. But the moment that dog will start approaching that cat, immediate observe reaction of cat. First, cat will look any pipe is there to climb or any tree is there. Second, that cat will take out different position. Hairs on body will rise up. That cat will bend, back will bend, and different gestures as well as sounds are produced by that cat when that dog approaches. Otherwise, that cat will be normal. Now consider somewhat similar example here. That when two atoms are at infinite distance, what is infinite distance? They are not interacting with each other. Then there is no question of potential energy system because they are away from each other. But the moment they are taking in distance, that is interacting distance, they will start arranging themselves. Electron will try to come in between more. This electron will also try to spend more time. I am not saying remain here, but in orbit, it will try to spend more time in this region. As a result, nucleus repulsion will decrease. Then it will be there. So system energy will be little bit high. But as distance decreases, now I am bringing closer these two atoms. So R will start automatically decreasing. So here R value is 0. Here something is there. From that we are closing it, we are getting closer. So the system energy will start decreasing. Now imagine there is overlap. They are so close to each other that there is overlap. The system energy will further decrease. Will bring them so close, you will get there is sudden shoot up in the system energy. Why this sudden shoot up is in the energy? Because now they are so close to each other that nuclei will repel each other. As repulsive force gets dominated, the system energy will shoot out. So this way we are getting a sudden sharp shoot here. So this distance we are getting a minimum system energy. In mind, minimum system energy means higher the stability. So that molecule become highest stable at this position. This is the maximum possible overlap between two atoms. Further we are getting overlapping, there is rise in system energy and overlap will not possible. So this is called as potential energy curve. And on basis of potential energy curve, we can find out the bonding condition. Now suppose instead of hydrogen, I am talking of helium atom. All are aware that helium is inert gas. It is not forming any bond. But let us check out, as hydrogen is forming bond with another hydrogen, why not helium is forming bond with this another helium. So He2 molecule is not formed. Why it is not formed? Say there are two electrons. So there is no bonding possibility because unpaired electrons are not there. So bonding is 0. Reason number 1. Reason number 2. When these atoms are approaching each other, the electrons are setting out in this region particularly. As both are paired electrons. Here both are unpaired electrons, so they arrange themselves as one is clockwise, one is anti-clockwise. But here it is not possible. And as a result, we are getting shooting in system energy and there is no decrease of system energy, so no bonding is possible.